Hey YouTube, this is Matt. It's been a while since I did a video. I was busy. I was working the ACA convention for 2013. It was here in Denver, and I was part of the staff, and I was the one responsible for setting up all the show tanks and all that stuff. And then I had to help bag fish for the big auction there and all that stuff, and so the convention was pretty busy, and I barely got to see some of the speakers, but I saw a few. It was pretty fun, but I'm sure it was a lot funner if you were an actual guest. So I feel sorry for the 2014 people that are hosting it. So kudos to you guys. But the convention was pretty good. I was pretty happy with it, and I was just really busy. And then I got, it took me a while to settle down from it, and then I was working, and then I had a lot to do, catch up to do on my tanks and stuff like that. So I never really got around to making another video. So anyway, there's a lot of these contests that people are doing nowadays. So I thought I'd try and do a little one. What my contest is, it's very simple. There's no money involved or anything like that. All they want you to do is make a video showing me your favorite fish that you own. And I want to know why it's your favorite fish. Tell me the story behind it. I don't want a video of some really awesome fish and all you tell me is, this is badass, just look at him. That's why he's my favorite fish. I want to know a story. I want to know why he's your favorite fish. I want to know maybe where you got him and how you came about him, stuff like that. So maybe how long you've had him, or maybe there's some sentimental connection to that fish that has something to do with your real life, something like that. And what I'll do is whoever the winner is, I'll just draw them a picture of their fish, and then I'll work it in a video or something, and then I'll email the picture to someone, and they can use the picture for whatever, if you want to print it out or whatever, or put it in your videos, or just keep it on your desktop, or whatever you want to do with it. So or just save it in a file, or keep it in your junk mail or whatever. But I'll draw a picture of your fish, and I'm not the best artist in the world, but what can I say? A good example of something is if you go to cichlids.com. It's a website where people just upload pictures of their fish. Check it out. You can upload pictures of your fish and just get comments on your fish. It's just basically a website dedicated to cichlids, is what the slogan is. And all those people do is upload pictures. And the logo for the top of the screen is a black canvas, and I made that one. So that if you want an example of something that you can see right away. And if you go to my store's website, it's about-fish.com. That's the website for my store, and it has a link to the Facebook and everything. But on the website, it has the little logo with a clown loach, and the clown loach I made, the logo with the big orange letters and whatever. And I'll put the links to those two websites in the description. And they're just, it's nothing special. I'll just, I'll make a little sign out of it. I'll draw a picture of your fish and then put your YouTube username under it or something. And I'll just yeah, so here I'll give you an example. You can give me multiple examples if you want, if you can't decide on one fish, because that's what I'm about to do. and but I'm gonna just pick one because I can't, you know, just draw a bunch of fish for, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'll just show you right here. That's a female Psilocybe. She is like a perfect shape. She is almost orange compared to the rest of the Psilocybe that are in there. She is from a different bloodline actually. She is a different bloodline. The male is a different bloodline. And then the rest of the fry in here are a different bloodline. So there's 3 different bloodlines in this tank. Because I wanted to try and get a diverse thing going on, because Psilocybe are actually pretty much extinct in the lake now. They're part of the CARES program. C.A.R.S. or I can't spell tonight, it's past midnight. CARES, C-A-R-E-S, there. And it's part of the American Cichlid Association thing. A guy named Greg Steves is a big spokesperson for it, and what it is basically it puts the hobbyists in control of trying to preserve some extinct species in the wild, so you know, the fish stays alive, the species. It's like preservation of the species, because a long time ago they would send endangered fish to like universities and stuff to try and raise them, but then they found out that the hobbyists did it better than they did, so it became a hobbyist responsibility. And it's all voluntary, of course. You know, what's basically what it is if you have a bunch of fish tanks and, you know, a lot of tank space, it's good to go pick a fish from the CARES list and try and dedicate a tank to just raising that one fish, just as a, you know, a thing to help preserve the hobby, you know, preserve the fish, their species from going extinct. You know, you just maybe pick 1 or 2 tanks to dedicate to some endangered or extinct fish that's out there. Pretty much all the Victorian cichlids are on there, because the Nile perch wiped most of them out. But okay, let me get to the story for her. That particular female Psilocybe I got from a friend in Oklahoma, and she was the only survivor in the whole shipment of boxes. Okay, so I ordered like 8 Psilocybe from him. I ordered a Super Red Empress pair. I ordered some Psilocybe and some other stuff, and only a few Psilocybe from that box lived, and then after such time the rest of them kicked off because they were just so out of it. But she survived, and she's flawless, she's gorgeous, and she's so pretty, and she doesn't bother anybody in this whole tank. And she was a really expensive fish. Like, this little female Psilocybe cost me so much money because the entire box was pretty much just for her. And when I opened the box, I got her and cockroaches. So a bunch of dead fish, a few Psilocybe that lived, which eventually just became her, and some cockroaches. So I killed the cockroaches that were in the box, but now I'm starting to see them around my house. So, you know, I got kind of screwed on this deal, but it wouldn't have been so bad. You know, I would have been more upset if I didn't know the guy because he was my friend, and now that friend is in jail and I haven't heard from him in like forever, so I wonder if he's okay. And I hope everything's doing okay for him. I hope he's like alive. So anyway, and he, for what he shipped me, if they would have all lived, he gave me really good deals on, and he hooked me up But I guess the postal service kind of screwed him over because they kept the box like an extra 2 days, and because he was under the impression that FedEx Ground was supposed to be a 2-day ship, and it ended up in when he took the box over there, they neglected to tell him that it's an estimated 2-day ship, but there's no guarantee. That's why it's so much cheaper, and it's when you get the package, you get the package. There's no like tracking date that it's scheduled to show up at your door. So these fish were super late, so that's why they died. And so it wasn't his fault or anything, but he worked at this old fish store of his, and that's where he got the fish box, and that fish store is out of business now, and that's where the cockroaches came from. So I'm just super nervous whenever I open a fish box now. But anyway, she's held twice before. So I have babies in another tank, which are from her and that male there. So I now have 4 bloodlines. But yep, anyway, she's just so nice. Look. She's got like a little pretty face. I mean, her eyes are kind of blue. Okay. So, and another fish. I can spot them in here. This is a grow out tank. Those are not Psilocybe, those are Metroclima sp Masobo. But where is he? Oh, he's way back there. Of course he's not going to come out. Now I'm getting this video is boring. There he is. That's a little juvenile male Angara flametail. I got him from a friend in Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, and he runs a fish store out there, and I was talking to him on Facebook, and he started posting these pictures of this really like the coolest line of Angara flametails I have ever seen in my life. And they're not cherry red Angaras, they're just regular Angaras, but the barring is so awesome on them that I just like was in awe. And this was like a couple years ago, and I've been begging him for fry ever since. So anyway, like one day we were talking and joking around, and he posted a picture of the male again. This was like maybe a year or so ago, and I pretty much told him, I was like, I PayPal'd you some money to reserve some fry, so when you get some, send me some. And they were, you know, he didn't have any fry yet. They were just kind of like, I was just giving him money to like put on reserve or something. And that was like a year ago. So there he is. And all of a sudden I come home from work and there's a box at my door. And this, keep in mind, there's like a year in between. So there's a box at my door and it says live fish. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't order any fish. And I go inside and I open the box and it says it's from Dave, and there's just one single bag in there with like 5 Angara flametails in there, and I was just like so ecstatically happy. And anyway, I get the fish in the tank and everything, and time goes by, they're doing fine, and they're just not putting on any weight. I feed them, I didn't see any, you know, white feces or anything to do with internal parasites, but for some reason, like sometimes they'd eat the food and then spit it back out. They just weren't really that into being hungry, so they started dying. But then this one lived, and it turned out to be a male. So he's starting to grow and he's starting to show some color. There he is. I can see the blue coming in on his cheek, the tail turning orange and everything like that. And so my work, I can get some F1 Angaras pretty easy. I can get Angaras pretty much instantly at my work, but I wanted his Angara is the thing. So I never got any Angaras because I wanted his, because Angaras are one of my favorite peacocks. And so I said I lost some, I'd like to buy some more from him, but he said he didn't have any more fry at the moment. So but what I can probably do is I'll probably just get one of the F1s that I can get at work, female, and spawn them with him, and then I'll just have my own line. And they probably do look pretty nice, because at least I have the blood to start with him. So anyway, he was just one of those like Merry Christmas surprise from, you know, your friend type thing. And it was just, you know, I was having a shitty day and I come home and, you know, it was a slow day at work. You know, we only did like maybe a couple $100 or something, and you know, for a retail store, that's pretty shitty. So, but what then I come home and there's like this surprise fish box with these like Dream Angara flametails in it, and I was just so like ecstatically happy. And so hopefully I've been trying to baby this guy like crazy. He eats real good, and I feed, you know, I have some like frozen mice to shrimp and stuff like that, you know. I give him baby brine, even though he's not like a baby, but baby brine is still a really nice food for even some larger fish. And he eats New Life Spectrum small fish formula and New Life Spectrum cichlid formula. I kind of switch it up a bit because sometimes the cichlids, especially when they're not grown up yet, they like the smaller, like to eat the smaller stuff. So that's my story. So anyway, that's the contest. Tell me your favorite fish. Tell me the story behind the fish. Tell me, you know, give me a reason why they're your favorite fish. So don't just say he's my favorite fish because he's badass. You know, I'm not gonna even, you know, he may be a badass fish, but he's not, you know, that something like that's not gonna be worth my time to work on some art or something for you. So I will just let you guys go, and sorry for boring the shit out of you, and I will talk to you later. Alright, bye bye.